It also allowing the right amount of managers, reports, growing those layers allows you to do some better delegation and also increases your operational efficiency. So I shared the story yesterday on our prep call. So for those of you who don't know, prior to coming to Huntress, I used to work for what was HTG Peer Groups, now IT Nation Evolve, founded by the amazing Arlin Sorenson. And Arlen, as most entrepreneurs do, would periodically come into especially our leadership meetings and throw out ideas or criticize and try and kind of throw a monkey wrench into what we were doing. And at one point, we had a pretty pointed conversation of like, why do you do this? What is causing you to do this? And he explained what he calls the sense of urgency, that when you, as a leader, feel like the ones who are building it behind you or with you aren't treating your baby with the same sense of urgency, i.e., hiding under the desk and not getting them as the earthquake hits, things, you feel the need to step in. So that can also lead to a bit of your team following shiny object syndrome of every time the leader comes in and says, we should do this, you can have people who follow along and think they need to execute on that. So we ended up, and for those of you in the peer groups, you've heard of Arlen's mulligans. We ended up saying that he could have 3 mulligans a year. 3 mulligans where he could come in and put a absolute stop to what we were doing, have us go down a completely different path. So when he would come in with those ideas, we'd say, is this mulligan worthy? Like, is this the thing you want us doing? 9 times out of 10, it wasn't. Or he would try and get someone else to introduce the idea so he didn't eat up one of his mulligans. But it ended up becoming a kind of a creative way that worked for us as an organization to make sure that delegation was happening at the right layers.